think it looks okay. I do need to get a haircut. In case you guys didn't know, I'm actually losing some pounds. We changed up our diet. So when Jenica went into uh, okay, so when we were having the concerns about her potentially having ovarian cancer, they did a bunch of blood work in labs, and again, thankfully, after we got an ultrasound and all that, it seemed like everything was fine. But there are a couple things that came back from the labs, and one, what? Do you mind if I say? What? Huh? Oh, okay. There is a good reason not to say that. Anyway, the point is, we realized that more so for Jenica's than mine, but mine too, uh, that it's time to change our diet, and so we have started doing just all the right things. You know, we're avoiding fried foods, uh, and not because I'm against it. To the contrary, we're not we're not eating any red meat, or if we do, it's going to be just like on occasions, like maybe if someone's having a barbecue or we go out to a restaurant for a special occasion. But we're going to avoid the red meats. Um, we're keeping tabs on sugar, cholesterol, sodium, fat, and all that stuff. And so uh, it's been really good and actually not as hard as I thought. And we're also giving up soda, not just caffeinated soda, not just whatever, all soda, and that has been really good. I it's just been this thing that I've been wanting to do for a while, but now, like after finding out what's going on with Jenica, we're like, no, we should, stop with the soda and all this stuff. And as a result, it's only been a little while. I don't know how long exactly. Couple
Well,
weeks.
yeah, a couple weeks.
Yeah, a couple weeks. Already we've been dropping weight, and this is during a time that we haven't been able to go to the gym. Like we've started going this week, but just simply by doing that, we lost pounds. Imagine that, and it's really good. I'm not going to be like some kind of like warrior and say that you should do that too, but I'm just letting you know that's something that I'm currently experiencing, and it's good because diabetes runs in my family, and I do not want to have diabetes or any other sort of any disease. I don't want to have to worry about my heart. I realize that things can still happen even if when you're healthy, but I want to decrease the chances as much as possible. So it's been good. The haystack, glad she is well.
Hmm.
Thank you. Betty Horn again. Laugh out loud. Yeah, well, the guy came. He's looked at the brakes and stuff. He has to go get like one more thing. I think he said he's gonna go get the calipers for the brakes. But he gave a much better assessment than what we got than what we got at Jiffy Lube. Imagine that. Gloria Gross. I haven't been drinking soda pop for years. Water is my choice of beverages. That just reminded me when we were at Jiffy Lube. They always have like the little fridge that has complimentary, usually water, but sometimes they have soda. Well, this one, it had all of it. It had a good selection of soda. They had Mountain Dew, they had Diet Dr Pepper, they had, I think I saw Coke. Do you
Yeah,
remember?
Pepsi, Coke.
Yeah, yeah, they had Pepsi. Um, I didn't go for it.
I would have if Jared approved, but he didn't approve.
Yeah, she has a little bit harder of a time. But I looked up some articles as we've been doing this, like the benefits of not drinking caffeine, the benefits of not drinking soda, the benefits of not eating red meat, and so on and so forth. Just a bunch of articles, and it's kind of like starting to make me put more importance, and it's kind of opened my eyes to how unhealthy I've been.
Yeah, we both.
And again, I'm not advocating that anyone become a vegetarian or pescatarian. We're still eating like chicken and lean meats, tuna fish and stuff like that. But it's for health reasons. There's no more playing around. You know, we're not spring chickens anymore. Lola Granola, the chicken doula, says howdy. Betty Horn, I found if you eat like the pioneers, you'll be healthier. Like meat on occasion, lots of veggies and whole grains, etc. And it's easier than you think. Yeah, I agree. At least so far, yeah, it is easier than you think. Uh, in fact, and I'm sure a lot of you've experienced this before. Like when you, uh, like in this case, when you switch over to healthy foods, after you do it for a while, the sugary, fatty foods like start to actually sound kind of gross, which helps. Um, Lola Granola says, I'm hitting ketivore carnivore. That's cool. Gloria, I don't know that, but I'm assuming that's some kind of diet out there. Gloria, is it Gross or Gross? I never know. I thought it looked like he had lost some weight. Oh, good. That's very good. Yeah, I actually have. I am the lightest, or okay. This is the lightest that I've been. I'm not sure how long, but it's probably been years. It's probably been at least like 2 to 3 years, maybe more. So I'm happy about it. Gonna have to start buying some new shirts though. Betty Horn, I just drink water too. International Health Coach, go carnivore. Red meat, bacon, butter, eggs for 30 days. I challenge you. Challenge not accepted. And I'm not saying that you're doing anything wrong. I just this is what makes us comfortable for right now, and it's working. And it's not specifically to drop weight. It's to eat healthy, to have more fiber, to have healthy fats, and all that stuff. I know this is up your alley, International Health Coach, but this is what we're going to do.
That's what I need for me.
But for anybody else that's interested, he also says, okay, so BBBE, beef, bacon, butter, eggs, all organic, grass-fed, and organic pasture raised. Well, I can definitely say that about our chickens and the eggs. Well, they're not. I mean, our chickens are free ranging, so I think that they get a lot of bugs and stuff. Oh, speaking of which,
Nami set her alarm, so
okay.
hopefully.
Speaking of which, the chickens have to go in right now. It's 8:45 Central Time, and right about now, maybe a little bit longer, they need to go in. Anyway, continuing with his thing, and organic pasture raised, sleep hygiene is number one, and nutrient dense superfoods number two. I lost 150 pounds. That is great. Goblin, hello again. Gloria Gross or Gross? Oh, she pronounces it. It's Gross. Okay, or Gross. Uh, the grain nowadays have been tinkered with. If you eat grains, eat the wheat. We've had stored for. Okay, if you eat grains, eat the wheat you've had stored for years. Well, that doesn't exist in my case. But Goblin, I need to make some diet changes myself. Lola Granola, it's not for everyone. Goblin 2004, my mom has told me that I should try eating the carnivore. Betty Horn, I'm allergic to animal products. Goblin, the doctor I went to wanted me to do keto. I've heard of that. But I struggle with cooking, and I do have a sweet tooth. Well, that's the thing. As far as the sweet tooth goes, I can't guarantee you the same results, but with what I'm doing, I feel like my sweet tooth has gone away. For example, we had some friends in the ward come over for dinner. well, it was dinner, and then like those mystery murder games. We were doing that type of thing, and I guess we had bought some of those Keebler cookies. What do you know? What type are they?
We didn't have those for the dinner.
Oh well, they were there. They were on the.
Yeah, they were for when we have a fire.
Well,
Or
what type? What
s'mores.
type are they?
Keebler.
Keebler, but like what type?
I don't know.
Well, you guys know those Keebler cookies that okay, so they have a hole in the middle, and then on the top they have like chocolate.
Drizzle, and on the bottom it's full chocolate.
Huh?
Chocolate drizzle. Chocolate drizzle, and on the bottom it's completely chocolate.
Yeah, those ones are really good. I love all Keebler products, honestly. But those were just like sitting out at the time that we were having the dinner, and I was maybe a tiny bit tempted, but not really. It was pretty easy for me just to pass them up. So you never know. If you start doing it and you do it for like a little while, that may just happen for you too. Goblin 2004. Chocolate is my weakness. I like to drink by, and I usually just drink water. Gloria Grows. I lost 80 pounds on keto. I've kept it off, but I'm not a strict keto follower now. Cool. I'm glad that you guys have found some solutions. There's one person in our ward that told Jenica one time, because like we were asking her how she stays thin. Well, we've asked her a few times, and in a conversation that she was having with Jenica, she said, "Just eat what the Lord gives you." So meaning, just like natural things, avoiding processed foods, or things like soda, candy, Cheetos, stuff like that. There's the chicken alarm. Don't know if you guys heard that or not. Gloria Grows. I eat no sugar at all. It's my enemy. That's good. That's really good.
Does that include fruits?
Does that include fruits? Jenica asks. My dad died at an early age. He was 54. And I think a lot of it had to do with his diet, because he died of a heart attack, and he was obese. And he was trying to do some things, I don't know exactly. He was always like pretty private, so I never really knew exactly what he was doing, but I think he was doing some kind of diet. I'm not sure. But he died. But another thing is, he didn't exercise either. In his earlier years, like when I was younger, he did have like a exercise bike and a treadmill and stuff, but didn't really end up using them very much. And I feel like these are some ways that I'm actually doing better than my dad. Not that I'm, competing with him, but I've done a lot better when it comes to exercise and I would say diet too, because one of his big things was portion control. He was never very good with his portions. In fact, I think it kind of runs in my family. I think that we have a little bit higher appetite than normal. Like seriously, like an actual appetite problem. And because like my dad's side of the family, they would always like to go to like buffets, like all the time. For somebody's birthday, some thing to celebrate. Always going to hometown buffet or Chuckarama in Utah. I think we went to Golden Corral maybe a couple times, but it was always just about buffets, and I think it's because you could eat as much as you wanted to. That's like one of the selling points of a buffet is it's all you can eat. So let's see. Gloria Grows says, pretty much if I eat, okay, so in response to you, honey, about sugar, pretty much if I eat fruit, it's strawberries, raspberries, and such.
Okay. Thanks.
Jenica says thanks in case you didn't hear that. Betty Horn, I eat some fruit, but I'm not a sweet fan. The haystack. This summer, watermelon has been hitting the spot in hydration and filling the belly. I used to like watermelon a lot more when I was younger, but like I don't know, something's changed. I don't like it as much anymore. I still like it, just not as much as I used to. International health coach. Muscle centric medicine is cutting edge. 1 gram of protein for whatever your ideal weight is. Mine is 180 pounds. So I eat 180 grams of protein daily. Building muscle is the key. Yeah, I know that. I know that that's a key. Yeah, all sugar is inflammatory. The weight that I had to be at, since you said 180, I had to be at 176 or below for the army, and it was hard, but I made it. In fact, I used one of these diets. One of these diets. It was called the belly fat cure. I don't know if any of you have heard that, but it's basically just one of these like low sugar, low carb diets, and it did the trick. It got me to the weight that I needed to be for the army. And then once I like at my lowest weight that I ever got, and this was in the army around the time of boot camp and AIT, which is like the tech school that you go to after boot camp. I got down to 155, and I don't know if that's possible now. We'll see. We'll see how far this goes. If you guys aren't embarrassed, feel free to put down your ideal weight. Maybe that's a bad question, but who cares? Like, who cares? It's just us. Who cares? Okay. Dabatha says, I remember Chuckarama. Yeah, I like the atmosphere of Chuckarama, and I have a lot of nostalgia because we went there all the time growing up. Goblin, Jared, you need to do a weight loss tracker on your video and call it the Lord's way to live healthy. Why not? Wwhy not? I'll track everything in my life, everything that I think about.
All your subscribers' weights and
yeah.
how much they're losing.
You guys want me to keep a tracker for your weight loss? We'll do everything healthy, everything spiritually healthy, physically healthy. We'll do it all. Book of Mormons, I don't care. Weight loss, whatever. Okay, Goblin says, I struggle with cooking and preparing meals, and my wife doesn't cook either. I would like to get down to 200 pounds. Yeah. Andrea Packard, 5'8" female. I'm 5'8" too. 155 pounds. So that was my army weight. Same height, army weight. But I feel my best at 160 to 165 pounds. Goblin says, I am all for weight loss tracker. Seriously. Well, I don't know if I'll. No, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It would be great to encourage people to lose weight, you know. One of the key things, you know, when we're talking about the second coming, and one of the key things, it seems, not the only thing, obviously, but one unique belief in our church is the word of wisdom, and how you're given the promise that the destroyer will pass you by. And at first, I was thinking that was just meaning the destroyer in general, like, you know, in life, no matter whether you live in the 50s or now, or if you lived in the 1800s, that the destroyer would pass you by. And that may be partly true, but I've looked up talks where they used it in the context of the second coming. So, you know, maybe we would all do well to, because like the word of wisdom, it's not just about whatever, all these different things, alcohol, tobacco. It's about taking care of your health and taking care of your temple. And I don't know, maybe this is a little blessing from the Lord to kind of get us in gear so that we're ready. I'm gonna have to go in just a second here, but something to think about, you guys. Maybe hit the gym just a little bit. Just be moderate. Just make some changes to your diet. Be healthy. Goblin says we need to encourage each other. B-dubs, walking 30 minutes to an hour every day and eating proper control. Eating the right number of calories for my ideal weight of 180. What?
Someone's walking over here.
Oh. Alright. I gotta go, you guys. I'll talk to you later. Hi.